Ever wonder how a collage artist gets ready for a month-long creative challenge? Well, you're in luck, because that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna walk you through my full Februllage prep, see how I set goals, organize my materials, and make sure that my studio is ready for an entire month of creative flow. If you're not familiar with the concept of Februllage, let me just go ahead and explain it. Februllage is a month-long art prompt challenge for collage artists. Some collage artists go all out and they make a collage every day of the month. I did something similar last year, so if you want to relive the magic of that, then you can check out the link in my description box. But I've learned over the years that I'm much happier if I set more realistic goals for myself. So this year, I'm planning to make one collage per week. That way, I get to explore a prompt that speaks to me without feeling overwhelmed. If you know me, then you know that keeping a tidy workspace is not exactly goals.
I'm the trash man. I throw trash all over the...
That being said, there is a certain level of maintenance that needs to be maintained in order to be productive, which means I'm gonna have to fix this. See, in early January, we replaced the carpet in the entire house, which means we basically moved everything 3 or 4 times. So all that work I did to reorganize the studio, I just had to basically undo. And now we're back to a crazy kerfuffle. But hey, the carpet is great. I'm obsessed with it. I could lay on it. I could eat off of it. I'm not going to do that, but you know what I'm saying? It's great. So in order to move some of this big furniture, like this giant desk, I had to pull everything out and put them in these tubs here and move them out of the room. And now they're back in the room and I have to go through the tubs. Now, I know that I could just shove everything back. I have been known to do that before. It wouldn't be out of character, but here's the problem, this stapler, okay? That sounds crazy, but here's the thing. I forgot I had this stapler. It's such a great tool. Losing track of the cool stuff you have, it limits the amount of creativity you can bring to your work. This is just the sword of Damocles. I feel bad that I have stuff that I've forgotten about. I feel as if I'm not being a good steward of the materials that I do own, and I know that I'm not as effective or as creative as I could be if only I knew about all the stuff that I have. I don't want to miss out on opportunities to make cool stuff. You know, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to make cool stuff. I hope this is making sense. I've got to take some time to review all of my materials, figure out what I am going to take with me into 2026. And I hope that by the end of it, I'll have a better system that doesn't get messed up, but I don't know, no promises. So far, I've never found the perfect system. Don't ask me for a system. Your girl don't have it. I don't know. And of course, once everything is tidy, I'm gonna make sure that my desk is all set up and prepared for Februllage. We're taking a tea break. I haven't been working for very long, but I can tell you right now that I need you to yell at me if you see me buying any more books. For the love of all that is holy in the world, I do not need any more books. This is my mantra for the year. No more books. Oh my actual giddy goodness. I have so many books and there's nowhere to put them. I've talked about this in previous videos. Even if I had more space, I don't think that buying more books would make me more happy. But every once in a while, especially when I have to move them, I'm confronted with my rampant consumerism and the fact that I have too much. I just have too much and it's overwhelming. And I'm gonna sip some tea here for a second, okay? This is a trash can and goes under the table. Ugh. This is a jar, and this is a jar, and this is a jar. Light. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop for now. There's just some things that I need to get out of the room entirely before I can focus on setting this space up specifically for Februllage, which I want to do. So I will do that and share the final results with you. Yay! Sound good? This year for Februllage, 1 collage a week feels doable. Anything more than that, I think I'd start to panic. See, I've got some garden prep and just some general house to-dos to do this February. Overcommitting to an art challenge is just not in the cards for me this year, you know? So if you're thinking about your own Februllage plan, ask yourself, daily or weekly, how much time can you realistically spend on each piece? And let me know in the comments how you're prepping. It's mid-January as of me filming this, so I don't have the prompts yet, but I'm hoping that it means I will cut out and pull pieces that are actually meaningful to me, and I won't be swayed by outside influences. So when the prompts are available and it's time to choose, I know that I'll be more inclined to make the pieces I've cut out already work with the prompts instead of the other way around. I'm thinking this will keep me more focused and my art more indicative of who I am and what I want to say versus the version of me that's just trying to fill the task prompt. Once I have the pieces all cut out, I start to sort them by subject. Animal, object, human. These are all just categories that make sense to me, but you could sort by color or texture if your pieces are more abstract. Maybe you want to organize by size. There's really no right or wrong way to sort things. Whatever works for you works. But don't skip this step. It might feel really tempting just to put everything in a box and shove it away for now, but especially if you're doing more collages than I plan to do, sorting your pieces now will make for a less stressful February once you're in the thick of things.
Wow.
Now it's time to plan how to tackle each week of Februllage. And I'm not talking about the art itself, I'm talking about the production schedule. Even though I'm scaling back on the number of collages that I'm making, creating dedicated time each week is going to help me be more intentional about the time that I spend on my art. Oftentimes when I create, I do it at my leisure or when I'm feeling inspired. Challenges like Februllage help to formalize the importance of studio time, and I'm planning to lean into that this month. For each week, I'm going to hold space in my calendar. I'm not expecting myself to actually use this much studio time. Life can be hectic, things pop up. But if I block out this much time, that'll give me plenty of opportunities to create, and I won't be in danger of double booking myself or stretching my time too thin. Now that everything is set up, let's make a test collage. Starting out, I want to make sure I'm happy with the placement of everything. Am I able to find what I need as I'm playing with the pieces? Do I notice anything missing? Am I sitting here thinking, oh, this could be a good collage if only I had, I don't know, a spoon? Something I'm well aware of is that because I gravitate to certain pieces, I can lose sight of the more structural or supporting pieces that perhaps aren't as interesting to me, but nonetheless give my collages more depth. When every piece is the star, none of them can really shine, you know? I didn't end up gluing anything down. I don't want to use up all of my pieces before Februllage even begins. I'm gonna be so happy when I can stop saying Februllage because it's such a hard word. The Februllage prompts are now public, and we're just a few days away from February 1st, which means if you haven't yet, you still have time to prep for this art challenge. Start by setting a personalized challenge scope and outline your goals. Make sure to schedule yourself some dedicated art time if you can. Pick up your art space and really anything else that helps organize your personal space so you're ready to dive in. And finally, if you have some time, test out your workspace and organizational paradigms. You might find opportunities to adjust that will make this upcoming art challenge a breeze. Okay, I think that's it. Bye! See ya! Bye! Okay, bye. It's like I don't even know how words are formed anymore.